Hi Capricorn, welcome to your March astrology forecast. Today I will be talking about how the energies will be impacting you this month. And you can use this forecast for your sun, moon, and rising. I'm working with a whole sign house system, and just bear in mind that the dates and times may vary depending on where you live. And you can screenshot the video right now so you can keep track of all the key dates that will be impacting you in March. And as you can tell, we have a lot to get through because there's just so much going on in March. March is a crucial month. It's a critical month. There'll be so many changes occurring collectively as well as personally in your life. So, March, let's begin. Actually, before I do begin, if you want to learn more about how this year will impact you, you can book an astrology forecast reading on my website, realquotes.com. I also have your charts up on the screen, and I haven't included the Sun, Moon, Venus, or Mercury, and that's because they're moving at such a fast pace from sign to sign, and I didn't want to squeeze them in. However, on the right-hand side of the screen, you can see all the key dates. Okay, now let's get on with March's forecast. So at the beginning of March, on the 1st, and this may be the 2nd for some of you guys, we have a Venus and Jupiter conjunction in your 4th house. So Jupiter right now is in your 4th house of home, family, ancestry, and your roots. So there may be a lot of energy around this area. You may be moving homes, you may be redecorating, you perhaps want to move somewhere, or you're just spending a lot of time with family right now, and you probably have been feeling just very like happy at home or happy with your family. There's just a lot of beautiful energy that's blessing you. And this can vary depending on your chart, but for the most part, Jupiter always brings a lot of good energy and abundance. Now, Venus is a planet of love, happiness, and pleasure, and relationships, and creativity, and harmony, and partnerships. And when it's with Jupiter in a conjunction, this is a beautiful, prosperous, abundant energy. This is like home sweet home. This is love. This is just so much bliss and euphoria. However, the catch here is that Chiron is also in Aries in your 4th house and very close by in this conjunction. So this is a triple conjunction. We have Venus, Jupiter, and Chiron in Aries. So Chiron is a wounded healer. Therefore, although you may feel very happy, although you may feel this creative and abundant energy, if Chiron creeps in, you may feel a little down. You may be reflecting on past life experiences that are actually playing right now in this lifetime, because Chiron is about wounds that are coming from past lives, wounds that are repeating, and those wounds are very painful. And Chiron is all about healing them, alchemizing them. Although Chiron's story is that he couldn't heal his wounds, so he helped heal others, but still, Chiron in our charts, it teaches us and empowers us and encourages us to do as much as healing we can on ourselves so that we can be of service to others, so we can be the best version of ourselves and live a happy life, even if we had to go through some tough times. So, this could bring issues around family, home, self worth, self value, self esteem. And whatever comes up for you during this time, you gotta alchemize it. You gotta alchemize it. You gotta do the karmic spring cleaning, healing, so that these energies don't bother you again. And you can do this through creativity. You can do this with your family as well. If you're close with your family, get together and, move past, think of ways of moving past and healing any ancestral, any family, any generational patterns that are no longer serving you, or wounds. This is a great time for family healing and really bonding as well. On March the 2nd, we also have Mercury in Pisces in your 3rd house. So there's a lot of Pisces energy during this month for you. We have the Sun in Pisces in your 3rd house, Neptune in your 3rd house, Mercury in your 3rd house, and we also will have Saturn in your 3rd house. And the 3rd house is a house of communication, learning, siblings, and your daily environment. So during this time, you may feel very social. You may want to communicate. You're probably writing something, you're starting a creative project, and you're just feeling very creative, and you have this beautiful artistic flair in your communication during this time. So it's a great time to write, to speak, anything creative, anything that has to do with communication. It's a great time because you're going to have a very artistic energy to your communication during this time. March the 7th is a huge day. We have the full moon in Virgo in your 9th house, And then shortly after, just 55 minutes after, we have Saturn in Pisces in your third house. So this is going to be an intense day for everyone, including you. Now, the full moon in Virgo in your ninth house. The ninth house is higher learning, higher education, travel, spirituality, your beliefs and philosophies, and your faith as well. And the third house is all about communication, learning, the mind, and your short journeys. The ninth house is more about long distance journeys, but third house is about short journeys, like your neighborhood, your daily environment. So, this area of life, this axis, is going to get triggered. And it's not as difficult for you. These houses are not that challenging. In fact, they're more abundant and happy energy. So this is not going to impact you that much, depending on your chart. Now, with a full moon in Virgo, you may feel a push to learn something, to expand on your spiritual beliefs, or perhaps you want to travel somewhere, or you have already planned a trip and you will be traveling during this time. And when Saturn moves into Pisces, this is going to make you more structured. Saturn is a teacher, the wise one. So he's going to help you be more structured in your communication, be more disciplined in your communication, because your third house is in Pisces. So this already would show me that you are very artistic and very creative when it comes to writing. And Saturn will help you with self mastery. Saturn will help you to be more structured, use your time and energy more wisely. Your ability to communicate may just expand so much during this time, because Saturn will help you just get more stronger and more efficient in your communication. It will help you mature in your communication as well. So by the end of this transit in 2026, like, the way you communicate will shift. Like, this is great as well if you are learning something or you want to become a teacher in something. Like, Saturn will definitely support you during this time. And if you want to learn more about how Saturn will be impacting you, I have a video presentation on this transit where I talk about each sign and how Saturn will influence, impact, and how it will shift your life. So you can check that out. I will leave the link down below. March the 12th, Jupiter will be in a conjunction with Chiron in your fourth house. This is a continuation of the Venus and Jupiter conjunction. So, again, this is another opportunity for healing and expansion. Both Jupiter and Chiron are spiritual energies. Jupiter is more about the exciting part of spirituality, the positive, optimistic side, whereas Chiron is more the psyche, the deeper aspect of healing, and it's a very shamanic energy. So, if you are really working on the family karma during this time, like your higher self, the universe is supporting you, and you can really work through ancestral karma during this time. And there's a lot of opportunity here for healing. March the 16th, 2023. I don't know why I had to say 2023. It's just because it's on the screen, but that was just weird. But we have Venus in Taurus in your fifth house. And the fifth house is all about self expression, creativity, romance, and dating, the inner child, and children. So it's going to be a great time for you, more creative energy. You may have a lot of fun during this time. You may feel romantic. You may want to go out on dates. You're going to feel very expressive. So use this energy to create something, because there's a lot of creativity available for you. March the 19th, Mercury enters Aries in your fourth house. And then on March the 20th, the Sun enters Aries in your fourth house. March the 21st, we have the new moon in Aries in your fourth house. So your fourth house is being so activated during this month. A lot of energy in your fourth house of home, family, your ancestry, your roots. This is also a very hidden area of your life where a lot of karma can also be found in, because the fourth house is the ancestral line. It's also the root of the tree of life. So there's a lot that you can find in the fourth house that has to do with karma and secrets as well. You'd be surprised how much secrets you can find in the fourth house. So with this Aries energy, let's start off with Mercury entering Aries. There may be some discussions, some confrontations. So you got to watch out for that, because Mercury in Aries is a hothead. You know, conversations can be very heated. There can be arguments with this energy. There can be just a lot of words that may be said that you may regret later on. So just be mindful of your communication, especially with your family. And on March the 20th, with the sun will enter Aries, gain shining light on this area of life. March the 21st, the new moon in Aries. So a lot of energy here, a lot of energy. And you may be moving, you may be having a lot of changes in your family. Perhaps there will be children born in your family during this time. Like, there is so much energy, and Aries is all about birth, rebirth, growth, expansion as well. It's a creational energy. So there's going to be a lot of developments in this area of life, and you can plant seeds during this time if you want to expand on something that has to do with your home and your family. If you want to move, you're planning on moving, plant seeds, get your vision boards out, manifest, be in ritual, be in ceremony. Now, with this new moon, we also have Ceres in an opposition, and Ceres rules over our security, our nurturing. It also rules over compromises. So that will be in your 10th house. So you may have some old wounds that may come up to the surface on security, on self esteem, on self worth as well, on nurturing. And you may be thinking about past experiences. You may be thinking about work as well. Are you feeling valued? Are you having to compromise between work and home? Are you feeling like you're secure at work and home? Like, these thoughts and emotions may come up to the surface, and that's because your higher self during this time wants you to address them. So pay attention to all that is coming up for you. We also have Venus, Juno, and the North Node in your 5th house with this new moon in Aries. So this is a great time, again, to plant seeds or even to start something new that has to do with creativity or creative projects. This could be a very exciting time for you. I mean, the universe may just present you with something that is in alignment with you and your path. March the 23rd, Pluto enters Aquarius in your 2nd house. So this is huge. Pluto has been in Capricorn, which feels like a lifetime. For you especially, it may feel like it's been in your life for just the longest time ever, and it's been pushing you and you've been going through it. But I'm happy to tell you that Pluto is moving out of Capricorn into Aquarius, into your 2nd house. Now, Pluto in the 2nd house is all about money, finances, your self-worth, and your self-value. And Pluto is going to push you to find your self-worth and self-value outside of material things. Like, Pluto is all about the soul. It's all about power, but it's in its highest manifestation. It's about spiritual power. So you're going to be taught a couple of lessons on what really is important in life. Yes, money, finances are of extreme importance because it's a currency, it's an energy exchange. But Pluto is going to push you even more further and make you really confront your psyche and your deepest fears around this area. Now, if you want to learn more about how Pluto will impact you, I have a video that I've done on how Pluto will impact all the zodiac signs, so you can check that out. The link will be down below. But this is going to really transform the way you view yourself, the way you view money, and it's going to be teaching you a lot of soul lessons. March the 25th, Mars enters Cancer in your 7th house. So Mars has been in Gemini for quite some time, since August 2022, for 7 months in your 6th house. Now it's moving into your 7th house, so now we get to move forward. This is a lot of relationship energy, so there's going to be a lot of energy, momentum with relationships, whether that's romantic relationships, business partnerships, or just one-to-one relationships. So a lot of energy here. Be careful that you don't get into any confrontations because Mars is a warrior, you know? But there's a lot of developments in this area. And overall, March is just going to bring so much change, so much change. Like, it's wild. There's just so much happening for everyone, including you. So pay attention to all that comes up for you in March, because this is the beginning of the year. The new year starts in Aries season. So March will set the tone, and you can expect whatever occurs in March to develop throughout the year. So Capricorn, I hope you enjoyed this video, this forecast. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, comment down below so I know you're watching, subscribe. If you want to learn more about how you will be impacted this year, you can book an astrology reading on my website, riacourts.com, and I'll see you soon. Lots of love.